Hello there, lovely people, it's Alex from Nintendo Life here, and today I've got a bit of a history lesson for you all. Many people know of Guy Fawkes due to a certain comic book and subsequent adaptation, but there is a level of confusion about the actual events. In order to rectify this, I've decided to take it upon myself to regale you all with the story of the Gunpowder plot and how Guy Fawkes Night came to be. And yes, we're going to be doing it exclusively through the medium of this, Donkey Kong 64, on the Virtual Console. Let's begin. In 1605, a man named Robert Catesby was displeased with how the king of the time, James I, was treating the Catholic Church. Many laws had been brought into effect to quash the religion in place of Puritanism, and Catesby had just about had enough. He assembled a band of sympathizers who we're going to refer to as the Plotters, and they included Christopher Wright, John Grant, Thomas Wintour, and of course our man of the hour, Guy Fawkes. There were also other members of the plot, but DK64 only has so many playable characters. The Plotters decided that enough was enough and that the best course of action was to cut the metaphorical head off the metaphorical snake. In order to do so, they bought a house with a cellar stretching underneath the House of Lords. Fawkes obtained 36 barrels of gunpowder from some assumedly dodgy geezers and held onto it until the king would attend the very building above. Many of the plotters' wives were concerned by what their husbands were doing, and on the 26th of October, an anonymous and cryptic letter arrived in the hands of William Parker, 4th Baron of Monteagle. There's no evidence to confirm that it was actually one of the wives who sent it, especially given the rampant nature of illiteracy during the time, but it's something to ponder. Frankly baffled by the letter's meaning and probably annoyed that they didn't just write in plain English, Parker immediately rode to Whitehall and through several people, James I himself read the letter. Reading through it, he took the word blow to basically mean somebody blowing something up. He was a clever man, clearly. Meanwhile, the gunpowder barrels had been moved to the very cellar underneath the House of Lords in preparation for the explosion planned on the 5th of November. Guards scoured the area surrounding the House of Lords on the night before the planned attack and discovered Fawkes guarding the 36 barrels he intended to ignite. He was captured and taken before the king to decide his punishment. Obviously not exactly over the moon to be presented with somebody who was trying to kill him, James I ordered that Fawkes be tortured and interrogated so that they may discover the identities of the other members who were involved in the endeavour. After 2 whole days of gruesome torture and adamant claims that he worked alone, Fawkes could take no more and gave information on his comrades. Fawkes was then sentenced to be executed in one of the most inhumane manners imaginable, to be hanged, drawn and quartered. Google it. Not all that keen to have his innards spilled out before him and have his man baubles removed, on the day of his execution, Fawkes took his fate into his own hands. Channeling all the fear of knowing what lay before him, he leapt from the gallows and broke his own neck. The other plotters failed to take the same initiative and were indeed hanged, drawn and quartered. Their gizzards and innards strewn all over London as a warning to anyone else who may even think of the prospect of treason under King James I. To this day, primarily in the United Kingdom, we celebrate this event by building enormous bonfires, burning effigies of Guy Fawkes known as Guys, and indeed launching fireworks into the air, hence the common name for it, Fireworks Night. Personally, it's one of my favourite holidays full stop because it's so difficult to commercialise fire and fireworks. It basically can't be done, and so it's very special and it basically just remains as a milestone in the year. Winter is coming, so let's burn a load of stuff because some bloke 400 years ago failed to do so. Classic! Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, then why don't you make that subscribe button go oh 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 as you shoot across the sky, and be sure to check out NintendoLife.com for all sorts of lovely Nintendo related content. Thank you again for watching, bye bye.